Okay, Georgia, thank you so much for taking the time and doing a testimonial with me. And for all of those individuals out there who are not quite sure if my NCLEX Strategies for Success program is worth it or not, Georgia, congratulations again for becoming a registered nurse. Yay!
Yay,
It's
thank
been a long
you.
time coming, but you did it. You finally did it. You should be so proud of yourself. I'm certainly proud of you. A lot of people are out there struggling. You even have friends or classmates of yours that were also struggling. And, some things work for some folks and some things don't. And it took you a while to figure out something that worked for you. So why don't you just take a moment and let folks know, like, what was your NCLEX journey like for you and how you came to find me to help?
Well, I graduated 9 years ago from Puerto Rico, actually, and I was, going on my own life journey, and I actually tried taking the NCLEX without any, help or anything at all. I did try Kaplan once.
Mhm.
I did try their course, some of their courses, and it just wasn't clicking, and it just wasn't working for me. So I did try twice throughout 9 years. 9 years ago, I tried twice and I failed. I didn't have direction. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. So I took a little journey of my own overseas and had, kids, and I'm like two kids in under 5, and personal stuff in between, and basically I was like, okay, that's it. I'm going to get this done. And so, just a while ago, I Googled, hey, what's the best, NCLEX help I can get out there, a tutor, anything, and you came up.
Isn't that so nice? I'm very honored, as always, to be able to help folks such as yourself. Doing this since 2016 professionally, it's still in the back of my mind, almost doesn't feel real when people are like, you're the NCLEX expert, you pop up online, you're the reason why I pass. And, I'm humbled by that every day. Truly, I'm so happy that I'm able to help so many people. Do you realize that you have made over 8,500 people that have passed using my program? And this is a combination of both first time and repeat test takers. So it's just really, really heartwarming to know that my years of experience, both as a nurse and as an educator teaching nurses, that I was able to put together something that works for you. So 9 years, you took the NCLEX twice. Of course, family happens, life happens. You are actually quite the traveler. And I know this personally from you. You're all over the place. So that's amazing. So you found me by doing a simple Google search. And then when you did land on that, whatever it was, whether it was my Facebook page, a social media page, or my website, what about that made you feel like you could trust to move forward with my program?
So I felt like when I saw your website, I was kind of doing in-depth search, kind of like, okay, do I like the website? Do I like how he organized it? So that was a check. One thing I did like was that you were like you made your business on your own. Like, this is your thing, you're wanting to help other people. And I was like, okay, so this guy cares about me passing. And I looked up a few other tutors too, but I said, no, Damien looks like the nurse speak, looks like he knows what he's talking about. I saw a whole bunch of articles that you wrote. I read them. I was like, hey, I get this. Like, it's down to earth. It's very clear. It's crystal clear. And I get it. And it was kind of making me motivated to like study. So I was like, all right. So another thing I liked was that you were inclusive.
Mhm.
And I know that a lot of times when you feel like you're the minority, or you feel like you haven't passed a few times, and you maybe graduated from not being in a school that's from the United States, it just felt like to me that I had this connection, that I was like, yeah, he gets it. He gets that, to include people and to not be discriminative or discriminative just to not
That is
discriminate
a
in any
correct
way.
word. You are good. Yeah.
And I just felt like, yeah, I feel like Damien's is the person that's gonna just be able to connect with me, and I connect with him, and I just felt comfortable knowing that you knew your stuff, and that it was organized, and that you were just down to earth, and yeah, ready to help people who needed help.
Awesome. That means so much. Thank you so much for those kind words. And truly, I became a nurse educator because I knew that those things were needed. I didn't get that from all of my educators when I was in nursing school, and certainly as I transitioned to practice. And some of my instructors and educators were downright mean. Let's be honest, some of us have some awful preceptors or instructors or professors. And, I never really understood, if you're in a position to help teach and mold the next generation of workforce for nursing, why would you have those characteristics about yourself? But I can only speak for myself, and I made a vow way back when I decided to become a nurse educator that I would do things differently. And I hope that you saw that. I mean, obviously the program works, but I'm so glad that you felt included, and it's something that I strive for, to make sure that no matter where you're from, what your history is, what life experiences you may have, I'm all about really tapping into your potential and helping you succeed no matter what. So I'm so happy that you recognize that in the work that I'm doing. So thanks for saying that.
Yeah, but
All
to
right.
tag off of that real quick,
Yeah, sure.
You also had included in your program like the communication part, which was really important to me, because I felt like I not only needed like just someone to, hey, this is what you do, okay, bye. It was more like, hey, this is what you do, and by the way, you can message me, you can email me whenever you need help, and I'm just here. Just the fact that you said I'm here for when you have a question or anything like that was like, wow, okay, cool. I have someone on this journey with me who's not just gonna let me go and bye, see you later. And
Right.
that really was one big thing that really made me choose your program too.
Right. Awesome. And thanks for saying that. And I encourage everyone to really hear what is being said here, is that I am available for all of my clients. With that, I'm going to be a little transparent. And Georgia, it worked for you really well. I think we're back. Hold on one second. For those of you watching, I had a little bit of a glitch, and it happens with technology, so no big deal. So, one thing that I was saying, just to make sure that we fill in that, is that you took the initiative to reach out to me when you needed help, right? When you felt lost, or when you knew that you weren't on track with keeping up the momentum. And so because you took the initiative to communicate with me, every single time you communicated with me, I got back to you, right?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and
I just want to be very transparent with those folks who do get into the program, that you have to communicate with me in order to take full advantage of that offering, right? So as long as you say, hey, Damien, I'm stuck. Hey, I have questions. Hey, I've been slacking. I went to Belize for a month and I just forgot about the world around me, and now I'm back and I'm ready to get started. That's perfectly okay. I'm here for you when the time is right. But of course, I'm also a very busy person, and I'm helping multiple people. I have a full-time job. I'm going to national conferences and speaking, and I have my own family to tend to. So if you don't communicate with me, I can't help. But you took initiative, and look how it paid off, right?
Yeah. And it doesn't matter like what it is you're going, like I've been through a lot of personal stuff. I know you don't know all of it, but I know that personally, it was just been a journey. And there was times where I was like ghost for a little bit, and I had a lot of personal stuff going on, and but hey, just reaching out, just taking that initiative and just saying, hey, I'm back on it again, hey, please don't, I'm right here, I'm not giving up. And that's what really matters. And you were there.
Yeah.
You were there. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And then I also have in my program built-in email communications that will reach out to you ever so often to say, hey, it's been this many days in the program. Do you have any questions? And, I really do believe in communication is key to success for anything. And so I'm so glad that you found that the communication component of my program is what really set me above other programs that you've been in. Because you're right, a lot of those programs out there, they have excellent content, excellent resources, but it's like you get in and then it's just quiet. You're the only one making the noise, you're the only one making the effort, and you don't have someone available to bounce ideas off of or to ask questions. And so I know that's what helps my program stand out from the rest. So I'm glad you found that helpful. All right, so we're going to wrap this testimonial up, but just for those folks watching, some people, and I know this from experience, some people, when they come out of nursing school, they're trusting that they have everything they need in order to be successful to pass the NCLEX. And why else would they believe otherwise, right? They went to school for so many years, they should be prepared. Do you think that this program is worth every cent for someone who just needs validation that they're on the right track?
Yes, I do. Not only that, I just feel like it's yeah, the validation and just the support and the right direction that you need. That is definitely something that this is 100% worth it. Diamonds to me. I already mentioned this is diamonds. I'm going to refer you to my cousin who's, on her journey, and to any other friends that I've had that, maybe still who graduated with me, who still haven't, passed. So I'm going to be spreading the good news, spreading the gospel, and just making sure everybody kind of like knows, hey guys, it's all right. You don't need to know, you need to know your stuff, but it's just a matter of just learning these strategies that, that Damien has quite clearly put out there. And with his support, like, you can do this, you have the heart, you just need the right direction. So yeah,
Awesome.
100% yes.
Perfect. Because so many people, again, they come out of school and they think, oh, I don't need any help, I don't need any program, I'm just going to go and take the test while things are fresh in my mind. But let me give everyone just a little bit of warning. You've been in school for several years. You're not going to memorize everything that you've learned in school, and you certainly don't need to memorize everything that you learn in school. But what you do need to know is how to answer these questions. And I've taught nursing school for over 7 years, and I know that nursing schools just don't really prepare the students to answer NCLEX style questions. And so at a minimum, the program, the self-paced option that I offer would be enough to get the validation that you are where you need to be. And then of course you still have access to me to ask questions just in case you needed additional clarification. And then for those of you who have had unsuccessful attempts, or you're very nervous about passing, you have no idea what you need to study and you need more direction, then the tutoring option, which is what you did, Georgia, is best, because you have at least 6 hours of face-to-face time with me, and then ongoing email communications or text message or voice message communications, in addition to the option of adding on more face-to-face time should you need that. And so you worked within all of those parameters. And although, like you said, you had some moments where you kind of were not in the game of actively studying, you came right back to it, and look how it paid off for you. So congratulations again, Georgia, registered nurse. So exciting.
Behind me.
That's right. It's behind you now. Now you get to move forward and start, your career. You get to do so many different things. Nursing offers so many opportunities. I do want to take this moment. I usually don't do this in my testimonials, but I want to just take the moment and let anyone watching know that, for those of you who are interested in really leveling up your potential as a registered nurse, check out, of course, all of your professional organizations, things like the American Nurses Association, your local state nurses association. But one thing in particular that a lot of folks don't talk about is the National Nurses in Business Association, which is an organization that helps registered nurses leverage their strengths and their skill set to go into business for themselves. What I do here is a business. I am helping folks pass the NCLEX, plus I do so much more with my nursing expertise. I write articles for organizations. I help build curriculum for nursing programs. I go on national stages and do motivational speaking or educational speaking. I present at all kinds of fairs and programs. And then I also help co-write books and, do all kinds of stuff with just my nursing skill set. And if it weren't for the National Nurses in Business Association, I wouldn't have learned the business side of how to run a business, which has allowed me to be successful in this space. So it's really something that you should look into. I'm going to go to the conference again this year. It's going to be in Vegas again, and it's August 2nd or 3rd. It's like the Thursday to Saturday, and then Sunday everyone starts coming back. So it's in the first weekend of August in Las Vegas. I'll be there again. So
that would be super fun to go to, actually.
Yeah,
I'm glad you mentioned that.
You should definitely look into it. Invite your friends to come. If when you're registering for the event, if it asks how are you referred, you can just throw my name in there. Michelle Podlesny, who is the president of the organization, is always trying to give me a little bit of an incentive for inviting folks, but I never claim it. I say keep it, just because I like spreading the good word. And this group of professional nurses is one of the most welcoming and like team-oriented group of nurses I've ever met in a professional conference. I've been to many conferences and it's my favorite by far. Not only is it in a fun place, but these folks really do care about your success. And so you get immediate access to a wealth of knowledge in business, and you're gonna meet some of our nation's heavy hitters when it comes to nurses who just know how to leverage their strengths to make something amazing for themselves. We're talking millionaires, we're talking people with big organizations, all the way to folks who are living a very humble life, but they're in alignment with exactly what they want to do. And they're making way more than they would make, you know, typically in a bedside kind of nursing role. Not to mean that bedside nursing roles aren't needed, and certainly we can all thrive within those as well. Now I'm using my strengths in addition to my business as a director of education and assistant director of nursing. So I'm using my expertise to help support the clinicians at the bedside, so that way we can elevate the care that we're providing. So it's so many opportunities as a registered nurse. I'm so excited for you now that you've passed, and I can't wait to follow you in your career. So just remember, I'm always here for you. You have a lifelong mentor. And at any point, if you need help, feel free to reach out to me, okay?
Thank you, Damien. Really, thank you for all your support. I could not have done it without you. And I'm just really happy after 9 years that I'm here at this point. Not only is it a better life for my kids, better life for me, I just feel better. It's just, thank you, Damien. You did so much.
It is such a pleasure. Thank you so much again for trusting me and the Nurse Speak to help you develop those strategies for NCLEX success. And I can't wait to see you soon. Thanks again.
Maybe in Vegas. Bye.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.